So guys, I just want to say good evening to you. And I just want to say that I'm very saddened by what had taken place the other day. A young man named Walter Wallace, he was killed by two police officers in Philadelphia. It was ridiculous. He was murdered. It was disgusting and it was sad. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to give you my commentary and my thoughts on that. This young man was mentally ill. Let's just start with that. But when he was called out, he was enraged for whatever had precipitated the situation. The bottom line is that he was murdered on his block in front of his parents by two Caucasian police officers who should have shown some, not just so much training, that too, but some empathy. And the reason why I'm saying that, guys, is because he was shot like 14 times. Yes, Walter Wallace had a butter knife and he was in a enraged mode, but 14 times, I thought that was quite excessive and it was ridiculous. So from my understanding, before I even get to that part, this is the thing. There were so many other ways that they could have subdued this young man aside from shooting at him. Yes, Walter had a knife in his hand, and the police officers, I guess, asked him several times. I'm not going to say I guess. They asked him several times to put the knife down. Okay, he didn't. He was coming at them, but two cops, shot this man 14 times. And that was his demise because he didn't put the knife down. That is like really ridiculous. I just don't understand that aspect of it. So the question was, well, how come they didn't tase him? Well, from my understanding, they didn't have tasers, the two police officers. So, okay, fine. So what other methods could you have used to de-escalate subdue the situation instead of shooting this man 14 daggone times? That was beyond excessive. That's why I say it was murder, because they murdered this man. It was ridiculous. And I'm angry because there are other police officers that viewed this tape and said that it was justifiable homicide. Are you kidding me right now? Like, that really tells me that there's something wrong with the police system altogether. It was not justifiable. It was murder. You mean to tell me that these two so-called adults who are police officers couldn't find another way to minimize or de-escalate the situation, like crisis management type of work? That's where the training aspect comes in. Unfortunately, a lot of these people, they go to these academies, these cops, they go to the police academy, and then that's it. It seems like to me, they don't have any other training. So what about like tactical training? There were so many other ways that you could have subdued Wallace to slow him down. You did not have to kill him. Again, I don't want to hear he had a knife in his hand. We asked him several times. He was coming after us. Really? It took two of y'all to put him down. Y'all put him down like he was a dog. I was disgusted and I'm enraged. And y'all, the two cops need to be fired. Not only they need to be fired, but everybody throughout the police department of Philadelphia and all over need to be trained. It's like, I feel like nobody's learning anything from the George Floyd situations. No one learned anything at all. I don't know what's going on, but it's like it's the same thing over and over again that keep happening. It's like Groundhog's Day. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. It's like there's been no type of, I don't see the changes. From the George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, this young man in Philadelphia. Like, come on. So this is where I feel like these two people need to be fired from their jobs. If you can't, I don't know where they're from, but if you can't subdue somebody like that, and you feel like your only I guess compromise is shooting this young man, then that's a problem for me. You mean tell me you couldn't find other ways to help, manage this young man and to slow him down? Like, come on. Like, yeah, okay, you didn't have a taser, but that's still no excuse. That's not justifiable. Those two cops should not be officers at all because they're not equipped to do it. They can't do it. They can't. I don't know where they're from and where they live, but there is no way that you sign up to be a police officer and you go into these urban areas and you call yourself trying to fight crime. And what about the mental health piece? That's really significant. Y'all definitely need to be trained on mental health and crisis management. There's a lot of mental health out here, especially now during this COVID-19. So what are you going to do then? You going to shoot everybody that's having a crisis? Is this what it boils down to? Is this what it comes down to? It is sheer ignorance, and I am disturbed. So you can't spin this one. It was quite clear from the tapes that I've seen that this man was unjustifiably killed, and he shouldn't have. He had 9 children and another one, a 10th one on the way. 27 years old. So this man lost his life when he actually probably just could have been just hospitalized. He was having a stressful and overwhelmed moment, and he was killed for it by, I want to keep stressing this, 2 officers that shot him 14 times. That is utterly ridiculous. So that doesn't even make any sense. Now, with that being said, people are really angry. They're upset, and I get it. But people, this is the problem that I'm having right now. The whole looting aspect of it. What does looting have anything to do with what had taken place? It doesn't make any sense. This is your community. When the police officer shot him, why would you feel compelled to tear up the stores and break into the stores and steal things? One thing has nothing to do with another. That is not justifiable. Again, one thing has nothing to do with another, and I am not co-signing any of that. I think it's disturbing and it's disgusting. You going to loot in your own communities, and and that's okay with you? Okay, you're angry, but again, if somebody can answer me and tell me how is it that you justify looting and destroying your own communities, where you're destroying the Rite Aids and the CVS's and the grocery stores and the other stores that's in your community to help service you. How does that justify you stealing, and that have anything to do with this young man, Walter Wallace's death? One thing has nothing to do with another. To me, that's just people being opportunists. That is ridiculous. I just don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know why it make any sense to you. Again, here we go again. Like, it's like it happened. Is it happening again this evening? It happened last night and it happened the night before that. This doesn't make any sense to me. I'm really disturbed by that. I don't understand why we as African Americans keep tearing down our own communities, and then we go, oh, well, we tired, and he got shot, and we get tired of people getting shot. Okay, I get it. I promise you, I totally get it. But what the heck does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with people looting? And because you are looting, which is stealing, and you are tearing up your own communities. I'm confused by that. And I also want to say this. I don't understand how we kill each other all the time. I don't see any protests about that at all. Yes, because it is separate, but I'm going to segue into this too. I'm sorry, I'm going to bring it up. I don't care. Because it's like we kill each other, black on black crime every day, all the time, and it's like it's normalized. I don't see anybody raising Cain about that, going off. I'm just not saying it. I don't understand it. Are you looting then? Are you destroying your communities then? You should be destroying your communities at any given time. But I just don't understand. I just wanted to bring that point up because it just don't make any sense to me. So yes, I am totally against everything that's going on with the looting, with the shootings of police officers killing our black men and our black women. And I'm also irritated that we kill ourselves in our own communities, and we also loot our own communities. Every time something goes awry, we decide, oh, we're going to break into to the stores. We're going to steal. We're just going to do it because we're angry. But are you really angry? Do you really? Because again, do you really care about what had taken place? Somebody's life had got stolen. So again, what does looting or stealing something or breaking into another store or stores have anything to do with somebody's death? One thing has nothing to do with another, and I'm just going to make myself clear. And that's just how I feel. That doesn't make any sense to me. Do y'all understand that when you do these things, like you break into the CVS's and the Rite Aid, the stores are closed, they're going to be closed. And they may or may not, if this keep happening, they may not open back into the communities. People are not going to be able to get their medications. That means your grandmother, your aunts, your uncles, you, whoever, may not be able to get your medications. Oh, so and I hope your attitude is not going to be, well, I'm just going to go to another neighborhood. Absolutely not. They're not having that mess. Or go to another county. Like, that doesn't work. But it's okay. But it's like I'll tear up my own community, go to the Rite Aid that's down the street from my house or around the corner or a few blocks, I'll tear all of that up because I'm angry because somebody got killed. What does that have to do with anything? And I keep saying it over and over again because it keeps happening over and over again. And I'm tired of it. It just doesn't make any daggone sense. It's silly. I need y'all to focus on what's really going on here. The crime itself. People getting killed. Not, oh, they got killed because then now I got to go out and loot. You're not making sense to me. I don't understand. And it's not cute. I think it's obnoxious, and I think it's really disgusting, and I'm really disturbed by that. I just don't understand it. I don't see anything tactical and reasonable about tearing down your own daggone neighborhoods. That has to stop. Like, come on. Why do y'all keep doing it? There is no justification. If you're going to protest in a way where you're not destroying your own communities and breaking into your stores. I don't know why y'all don't get that. Again, to me, that's just, I'm going to keep saying it, opportunist behavior. That's all that is. Nothing more. Because if it was really about the person dying, then that's what you will focus on. Not, oh, they died, so I'm just going to steal, which doesn't make any sense to me. That sounds crazy. I'm not co-signing any of that mess. I think it's ridiculous. And you should be, for those who are stealing and breaking into your stores, you should be ashamed of yourselves. It just doesn't make any daggone sense to me. And I'm going to keep on saying it. But those, like I said, I'm going to go back, refer to those 2 police officers. They need to be fired. And between the 2, they only been police officers for 4 to 5 years. One, I think, only been police officer about 4 years, 3 years, and the other one maybe about a year. So they're clueless. But some of it too is like common sense. And it just is. It's like, I don't understand. How do you feel like, this is what's happening? I'm just going to shoot 2 of y'all shooting this one man 14 daggone times. You should be ashamed of yourselves. So those 2 need to be fired, and there's no justification for it. So this whole uproar that's going on, like in the city of Philadelphia, all around the city of Philadelphia, please, people, please stop. Because honestly, truthfully, you're really hurting yourselves, and you're hurting everybody else in the community. Because the people that have businesses, again, if this continues to happen, we're not going to have any stores in our communities. And I don't know why you think it's okay. So I need it to stop. Please find another more constructive way to vent your anger. And looting stores and stealing is not the way to do it. It is ridiculous. And I'm like, I'm embarrassed. It's embarrassing at this point with regards to the whole looting aspect of it. So I'm like, and I agree. It's poor training. The police officers have really poor training. But at the same time, like I said, I don't know if it's even a cultural thing. It could be that too. It's a combination of maybe they could be racist. It could be all kinds of stuff. But again, when that stuff happens, do protest, please. I agree, protest, but not tear up your own communities. And yes, I know I sound like keeps like a broken record over and over again, because it keep happening over and over again with the death as well as with the whole looting. You can't correlate the 2. One thing again has nothing to do with another, and I'm really, really tired of it. I'm really over it. Guys, I really would like your commentary with regards to that, because it just happened, and it's a lot. I just don't understand it. It's like, I feel like these incidents keep happening. Actually, not even incidents. It's not even an accident. It's an incident. It just keep happening over and over again. It's like I'm exhausted mentally. I get it. But again, be kind to your communities, guys. And I just want to talk a little bit about this whole confirmation of, what's her name? Amy Coney Barrett. Now she's the Supreme Court Justice. They rushed it. So I know I talked about this the last time. That's very questionable, and it's a shame that they doing this. I need you guys to pay attention to this lady. It was too quick, too fast, and that idiot in office is totally behind the situation. Guys, tell me what you think about everything that I've discussed so far with regards to the whole shootings, the looting. I want your commentary. My commentary and your commentary, but what about your feedback? Let me know what your feelings are with regards to that, because I really would like to know moving forward. Also, there's one more thing I want to mention. So in Chicago, it was 2 young ladies. They were 2 sisters. One was 21, one was 18. They entered into a store. A security officer who asked them to wear masks and just the whole social distancing thing, like everybody should be doing. So instead of them doing what they're supposed to do, and I don't want to hear they were provoked, These two, I can't even call them young ladies. They're savages. I think it's ridiculous. A 21-year-old and a 18-year-old. They're both African American females, and they stabbed up a cop. I'm sorry, a security guard at a store because he simply asked them to wear a mask when entering the store. That is the store's policy. And they stabbed him from between 21 and 27 times. At this time that I know of, the update is that he's still in critical condition. Both of them are currently, they're in jail at this point, as they should be. Savages. I don't care. I don't care what because it's like you went into the store, they were and I already know it was signs everywhere. You have to wear a mask, and he's asking, can you please wear a mask? Whatever the case may be, I wasn't there, but it doesn't even matter. That's the store policy. So you get upset. One held him down and you want to stab him 27 times? Are you kidding me? What's wrong with you? They both need to go to jail. There's no justification for them stabbing that man to death. Now, if that's attempted murder. If he dies, they going to jail for the rest of their lives. 21 and 18. I don't want to hear nothing about their background, because no one made them go into the store. They chose to go to the store. That's the store policy. I'm getting tired. I don't want to hear anything about, they may have some issues. Don't we all? But it's interesting how people want to pick and choose, they want to use certain things to justify the behavior because somebody simply asks you to do what you're supposed to be doing, which is wearing your mask any daggone way. So both of them two sisters are going to jail, as they should be, for stabbing this man 27 times. The security guard, I'm sure he has a family, and even if he didn't, it's like you don't stab somebody because they asked you to wear a mask. Even if he asked them nasty, so what? Then you just leave the daggone store. There's no justification for it, so I don't even want to hear, oh, he probably got smart. I don't care how he got smart. Then you leave the daggone store. It's called choices. We all have them. So what are your choices? You either choose to respond. Is how you respond, meaning that either you can go back and forth with them or you can leave the store. They chose not to leave the store. They chose try to act like Xena the warrior princess or something. I don't know what's going on, but guess what? They're going to jail. 9 times out of 10 they're going to jail, and I have no sympathy for these girls. I don't want to hear if they have mental health issues. I really don't. I don't want to hear if they they're having bad days, because like I said, it's knowing. They knew exactly what they was getting themselves into. They walked into that store by choice. No one made them go to the store. They knew what the store policies were. 9 times out of 10, this probably was printed outside somewhere or on the door saying you had to wear your mask. They were asked to wear their mask and they didn't. So I did want to bring that to you guys' attention if you didn't hear it already. I just think it's ridiculous. I'm tired of people with this hostile, angry, aggressive behavior, and it's unacceptable. There are consequences to that. Either you're going to get killed because you're not going to kill me because you're having a bad day. That's not okay. It's like you're going out, you're driving, somebody's being aggressively driving, but they're dead wrong, but they won't come after you. Like, it's too much, and this kind of behavior is unjustifiable. And another thing is that I do not want to hear, I just don't want to hear the violence. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Like I said, we all have choices. And when you make certain choices, there's consequences. Gotta live by them. That's what it is. Everybody's going through something. This whole COVID-19 thing is just a mess. 2020 is a hot, stinking, funky mess. It's horrible. It's hard on everybody, mentally, physically. But it is you gotta do. You have to take the initiative to try to manage what's going on with you mentally, whether it's with yoga, whether it's with exercise, take a walk, talk to somebody, speak with a counselor, do something, but do not make excuses. And also don't be doing drugs and drinking to help, I guess to do away with reality. That's not it. Talk to somebody, talk to a therapist. And I don't want to hear, well, you can't afford one. A lot of the services out here are actually for free. Even if it's teletherapy, they're offering services for free. You have to check with your local community. But if you don't break into the community center, you probably will have that. Or, so my point is that you have to take care of yourself. And like I said, it's resources out here. The question is, do you want the help that you need? I'm sure if there's nobody in your house to talk to maybe somebody on your block that you trust. Maybe talk to a family member. Maybe, like I said, there are counselors out here. So I want everything. You don't have everything. You don't even have to pay for everything. A lot of things are free out here. They're offering. They even be advertising on TV. So I don't want to hear that you lashing out at people because you feel like you can is unacceptable. I'm sorry. You know, sometimes I have to check myself because I'll get in one of my moods, but I'll check myself. Like, here, not today. You don't do that. I have to check myself because you don't lash out at other people. When you're going, whatever's going on with you, you check yourself. You don't take it out on other people. Because it is my responsibility to make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, just like it's going to be your responsibility to make sure you do what you have to do. Okay, guys? And also, one more thing before I conclude, you know, this commentary. I need you guys, it is so significant. This is one of the most important times at this point. It's like vote like you, I need everybody to vote. Vote like your life depended on it. It is really significant. People do not take this lightly. Where people don't understand that your vote does count. Everybody's vote will count. I hope you don't think, like I said from before, it does count. You have to be you have to be optimistic, and I need you to vote for the appropriate candidate, Biden. The appropriate candidate, Biden. Trump is not the appropriate. That's just my opinion, in my opinion alone. I'm not trying to put anything on you guys. I'm just saying, I just feel like he's the better candidate. He's more empathetic. He's engaged. He has like these humanistic perspectives. He's more realistic. He's more likable to me. All that aggressive, debating, unruly, combative nastiness doesn't work for me. That, you know, calling people names is disgusting to me. You're supposed to be in a leadership role, and that's not what Trump is. He don't know how to be, because I think as a child, he never got a hug. Something happened to him as a child, because something is wrong with him, and it's disgusting. I don't want another 4 years of him. I can't do it. I didn't like it before. I don't even understand I don't even understand how people are voting for him as we speak, but that's just my opinion, and my opinion alone. So with that being said, guys, all I'm going to say to you one more time is please vote. This is very crucial that we all get out there and vote. Do your part and vote. Like I said, 3 weeks ago, I dropped off my ballot in the mail. That was about almost 3.5 weeks ago now that I dropped off my ballot. I did my part, and I'm just hoping that next week that there will be some really good, positive changes. Leaving Trump in office is not a positive change. That's just my opinion, once again. So with that being said, guys, you know, I want you to just subscribe, like, and comment, and tell me what you think about my commentary this evening, about all the events in which I discussed with regards to Walter Wallace, the voting aspect of it, Amy Coney Barrett, and the whole looting aspect of it. So those are the topics in which I discussed. So let me know what you guys think about it. And then next week I'll come, or maybe later on in the week, you know, I'll come with another topic, or we can revisit those particular topics in which I discuss, okay? So let me know what you guys think, okay? So with that being said, guys, thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening, and thank you so much.